Stay off of Pinterest.
Should we scare them to death now or later? I've seen things as low as, $7,500 to as high as, $75,000.
What he's trying to say is I blew our budget.
Kaboom. The hidden cost nobody plans for.
Dun, dun, dun.
Should we scare them to death now or later?
I don't know. Maybe now.
Okay. Yeah, so let's talk about these hidden costs. They've been creeping up on people lately.
All the time.
Yeah.
They crept up on us in our own house.
Well,
That's another episode.
yeah, let's talk about some of those. What do they include?
I mean, site work.
Let's just stop right there.
Nobody thinks about that.
Right. And we did mention this in season 1, right? Site work could be any amount of money. Sometimes people come to us with land and they think, yeah, we're just going to slap a house on it.
It's pretty flat.
It's pretty flat. And we go look and there's nothing flat. There's rock everywhere.
Yes.
They're at the edge of a cliff.
Or it could be flat to them for their eyes, right? But we can't build on that. Got to over-ax. That they always want some money. Right. So,
well, just in site work alone, you have a civil engineer that needs to be involved. You have a soils engineer that needs to be involved. You have a surveyor that needs to be involved, right? And you have a perk test that needs to happen from the soils engineer on top of it. There's...
Are you going to stop ever?
Right. This is all not included in your cost to build price.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
So, and then let's not forget utilities, right? That's a site cost because if you have a electric pole close by, if you have a fire hydrant close by, if you don't, what's that going to cost to get
utilities? Is it more
utilities?
than 400 feet? Is it?
Right? So we can't even guesstimate. I've seen things as low as, $7,500 to as high as, $75,000 for one of those items that we're talking about, right? It just depends what the conditions of the land are.
And it's crazy because people always want us to guess. Okay. I know you don't really know, but can you just give me an estimate of what you think? And then you don't want them to get mad at you because it's too high or it's too low, and we get the numbers back. It's that little crazy fine line we walk.
Yeah. So that's a big hidden cost that we're talking about just like 4 hidden costs that people don't really talk about too much.
Yes.
That creep up on our clients. So another big one is like windows. We've had some situations with windows lately, right? Mm-hmm. So the architect will draw the house. You'll get a floor plan. Mm-hmm. The clients will approve it. Then we start framing out. And then they come to the house when it's framed. Mm-hmm. And they say, what's this? And
I wanted floor to ceiling.
We say, that's your window. Like, why is it so small?
Well, and the plan's here under.
And we can only go off of the plans.
Yes.
And then they tell us, what's their famous line? Well, on paper, I couldn't tell what size it was.
Yeah, I couldn't see. I didn't know what the size was. So,
even though there's a window schedule and it says what size they are and where they go and all that kind of stuff, right? But again, clients a lot of times don't know how to read plans. So I get it.
Right.
Right? But there is elevations of the house as well. And you can see the windows there. So a common thing right now is big sliders, right? Giant 20, 30-foot sliders, floor-to-ceiling glass. Mm-hmm. That's not a standard window.
Absolutely not.
And the cost will creep up on you.
But it's beautiful.
And we don't mind as long as, they understand that it's not what we budgeted originally. We went off the plans that the architect drew, assuming, which we shouldn't assume, but knowing that they looked at the plans and approved them to go into construction drawings, which then gets submitted to the county or the city for approval. So once they're approved and stamped and we start building, that's not the time to say, oh, wait, let me look at the windows now and see what they look like.
So in with that, the hidden cost, what he's saying is, so if we've gotten to the point where we've already framed, well, now that we're changing stuff, there goes a change order. because we're changing windows, headers. Sometimes we have to add concrete for, if they're going into a pocket door and say we're doing a slider. I mean, those are all things that become hidden costs when those changes get made.
Yeah.
And that's not what we want. We try to keep you in your budget. We're not after to try to do change orders. And I try to stress that as much as possible. Like, what we tell you is what we really want to stick to, but they have to stick to it as well.
And a lot of times they want to see in person what the size is. You can tell them, you can show them on the plans. They can say, okay, it's 48 by 48. But in their minds, sometimes they just need to see it.
Yeah.
And so when it's framed out, then they don't like it.
Because it's a visual. A lot of people, women usually are also, we're very visual people. I mean, and that gives us an idea once we actually see it.
Right.
So I get it.
You said something that leads us right into the next topic, which is structural changes.
Oh, yes.
I don't mind changing interior walls. I don't mind moving a pony wall here or there, even making a window bigger, right? But when it starts to affect the structural change of the house, now it's, architects are involved, engineers, structural engineers get involved. Then you have to reframe.
It's a whole can of worms.
There might be shear wall that's necessary now. The span of the beam might be, right? So again, they don't look at structural things on the plans. They just look at the beautiful house and what it's going to look like at the end.
And make a change.
Right.
just change it.
When they ask us, can you move this wall to the other side and move this wall? Those are big change orders. So what we tell our clients now moving forward is that structurally, if there's any changes and it has to go through all those departments and even resubmitting to the county for a change, right? That's going to be costly. So we try to lay it out as best we can up front with walls and with doors. Window sizes, again, I said most of the time we can change them.
Those are pretty easy usually.
Yeah, you want to say all of a sudden add a fireplace, Well, there was never a fireplace in the drawings and we've already framed the house.
In your plans, yeah.
Or a porch, right? Well, can we add a porch or a California room? Well, there's footings involved with that. There's concrete. There's all kinds of things that go along with that. So, again, structural changes are something we try to avoid, but we let them know up front, listen, if you're going to change the structure of the house, there will be a price to pay for that.
Part of the game.
You want to take the last one, which is luxury finishes, right?
Yes, your design choices.
She's very good at luxury finishes.
What he's trying to say is I blew our budget.
Man, out the water. Kaboom.
I don't do it on purpose. It's just beautiful things are attracted to me. Like you, honey. So, when you're out and you're picking light fixtures, right? Or you're picking your flooring, or you want marble countertops.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep talking, because all I hear is cha-ching, cha-ching. I hear a cash register right now going cha-ching, cha-ching.
But you can get those looks at a more affordable price. Like, I've been working my way and navigating around there, but sometimes people don't want that. They're like, no, I have to have marble, or no, I have to have this $15,000 light fixture. I want it so bad, but I'm not going to do it. That's too much money. So you have to just, kind of try to navigate and get things that are more cost effective. Things I try to tell our clients, right? The things that are important, like your kitchen and your primary bath and those other areas, you can kind of get away with beautiful things, obviously, but trying to keep it within the budget. But I mean, sometimes it's just not possible and the budget grows. So planning early, as much as possible, planning early helps a lot. Kind of finalizing those selections, because we've gotten those clients who are like, this is it. And then next week they send me another email. Oh, but I wanted to just change this. And then a week later. So I'm like, okay, where are we going to end this, right? So finalizing the selections early, I think, is great. And stay off of Pinterest and Instagram, because those things.
TikTok.
And TikTok, those things, that's how they change your mind. I saw this, but this was pretty. I'm like, no, but what you got is pretty and beautiful. So trying to keep our clients to stay off of those things so we can stay in budget, obviously. And then obviously just keeping open communication with us, and like most of our clients do, can also help early in the stage so we can kind of wrangle in that budget and don't get to the point where the cost has gone up exponentially.
It's almost like we have to put those horse blinders on sometimes.
Yes.
Right? Because when we do go shopping for material, they're attracted towards the shiny stuff over to the right or to the left. And
I know a little bit about that.
Yeah. Anybody heard of Cristallo jumbo slab? Anybody heard of that? Yeah. Well, I know someone who's heard of that.
They're beautiful.
But these are things that, again, we try to give them allowances, right?
Yes.
And then their job is to stay within that allowance.
Right.
So I don't want to say you can't have that to our clients.
No, you can have whatever you want.
They can have whatever they want.
I'm here to help you.
Absolutely. We're just trying to let them know that these are things that will blow your budget if you're not careful.
Yes, wide open.
Right?
Yeah. So remember, you want to plan early, finalize your selections early, and make sure to pick an experienced builder to help you through the process.
We hope this episode gave you a better understanding of what the hidden cost could be in a custom home build. If you found value in this episode, please like, subscribe, and share this video.
We look forward to providing more expert insight, and we'll see you on the next episode.